Happy Friday evening to everyone. I just thought I'd come on this live because I just finished working out, so sorry I look so bleh. But I came home and I was like, I'm gonna go through all these old magazines and find the old vintage ads in them. And I thought, what better thing to do than hang out with you guys on live while I do it. And I even have like the fireplace going over here, so cozy. I have a coffee even though I know it's 5 o'clock. I know. It's okay. I can drink a coffee at 5 and still fall asleep pretty easily. So, the set of magazines that I have with me are the old vintage Air Trails. Air Trails? My bad. Air Trails. Why did I say trials? I have the September 1940, August 1940. This one is November 1942, September 1942, and June 1942. So we will go through and find all the ads in these. And why I do that, it's fun. It's fun for me, but also I go through and I am going to frame all the vintage ads and sell them at my show that's coming up. And if you haven't seen like my Instagram or my Facebook or even previously on my YouTube, there is going to be a show in Stewartville, Minnesota at the Old River Antique Mall. Let's see, I have it over here. May 17th and 18th. So May 17th, it's from 9 to 4, and May 18th, it's from 10 to 3. And there's just a bunch of other vendors that's mainly vintage, I would say, but I feel like there's other things too, like you can find handcrafted things, but a lot of thrifting too. So let's get started in going through these. We're gonna start off with this one. September 1940. So it's kind of quick. I don't read through all the articles, which sometimes I do, but I won't for you guys because that'll be boring for you. I'll just go through to find the ads that some people might recognize. Obviously during this time it's World War II, so lots of war talk in these ones. But I'll show you kind of what it looks like. It's all black and white. I feel like the colored stuff in these magazines are all because that company has a lot of money. But I'll show you if I find a colored page. It's crazy how like much more detail and stories that people tell in these old magazines compared to like magazines nowadays. So far, not really any big ads. I'm not sure this magazine is known for ads, which is like super awesome for the people that bought them. Because, you know, we don't like being fed ads constantly. But I am hoping there's some really cool old ones. Like, this is crazy. So in these magazines, they gave you crafts. So like this one, you can build your own little airplane. That's fun. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a template, yeah, for all plywood and everything. I imagine this is a tiny plane, but not exactly sure. Yep, some of these, whoa. Schedule for airlines. This is the schedule for the airplanes during September 1940. That's hilarious. Do you know how many lines they'd be on there now compared to back then? There'd be a million lines. Whoa, I just ripped it. Not cool, Allie, not cool. Pay attention. Some more outlines to create your own plane. I think it's literally instructions to build like an actual plane. Like not just like a little paper plane. Like an actual plane. German dive bomber Junkers Ju-87B. So it's just telling you some specifics about this one. Turn around for you. Back when I owned the Little Yellow House, I was obsessed with planes. Old World War II planes. Let's see. Like, the illustrations in here, come on. We really lack these days. Okay, I think this is an ad, finally. Aerochamp. Compete with motor. I think this new gas-powered... Oh, this is a motor ad for a plane. Again, black and white because color was only used if you had a lot of money back then. Okay, another one. Buy at factory prices from factory. Another motor one. Another motor ad. I'm also a graphic designer, so like paying attention to all the fonts and negative space and illustrations is fun. It seems like they just had way more fun back then. Okay, lots of little ads. I can show you these. Like people, 5 new models, announcing 5 new models. So like talking about other models of planes in the side column over here. Some smaller ads. These are definitely not ad-heavy magazines. I would say the Times magazine had a lot of ads. And usually some magazines too, especially from back in this time, would have like pretty sexist ads too, like women for the cleaning stuff, and I won't even say other ones because some of them are not nice. Okay. Some little toy ads. 25 cents for this little toy up here. A gun ad. What's down here? Get into aviation, train at Lincoln. So a training ad for a training school at the bottom. Let's see. More aviation schooling ads. Your own expert. Lots of words on these ones. Radio ad. Model makers try plastic wood. Plastic wood ad over here. I'm kind of looking for the full page ads to frame. Just out. Scale models of world famous warships. Complete kits. Molded hull, easy to build. So like modeling kits. It's on the back page. So you can get ships, obviously planes, and looks like race cars maybe. Yep, race cars at the bottom. Now on the back is usually always the most expensive ad. Obviously, it uses color, so that means they paid more money for that. Take your place in aviation besides these fellows. They're building famous fighting planes. So an ad for building planes. People's faces on them. So again, if they use color, and it's on the back cover, so here's this cover. It's on the back, so that means they paid even more money. Okay. Next one. Hopefully we find some more ads in this one and less just articles. August 1940. Whoa. Okay. Ad on the inside page. For vacation flying fun, fly a Megao. I don't know how to say that for sure. Megao model. They're talking about flying planes for vacation. Okay. Okay. Rich people. Whoa. This ad's kind of cool. Zoom into aviation. I'm guessing it's a school. Yep. It's a technical Wright Institute. Where's it at? Los Angeles, California. So a flight school ad for Los Angeles, California. Another ad for another school, I think. Ask these 4 questions before you choose a school. So, helping you pick the school you want to take aviation training at. like aviation was way bigger in the 1940s because of World War II, and you know that was like the manly thing to do was be a pilot. So I'm guessing it's a motor ad. We've seen a lot of motor ads. 1940 Olson. Okay, whoa. This Winged World. Air Trails Review of Aviation Seen Through the Camera. So I'm guessing these next 2 pages are going to be photography heavy. Pictures from the war. Dude, I just can't even imagine living during this time and like people just casually flying into war in these planes that I'm sure they were built well, but not like super well. Okay, more pictures, some illustrations. Not seeing any ads on these pages. Model building, so model planes. A bunch of guys hanging out building model planes. Don't see a single woman in that picture. Again, telling you like different patterns for building planes. Okay, this one's advertising buying a plane, and it literally says down payment prices start as low as $333, easy monthly installments. Here's an ad. Oh, we've seen the same ad in the other magazine. Buying motors at factory prices. Talking about selling, I'm pretty sure it's selling a different airplane magazine with a free kit to build your own little airplane. Okay, there's a little ad on the side. One trying to sell X-Acto knives, which I don't know, I've used those before. One selling a Sportster for 1940. Looks like a bike, motorcycle bike thing. Oh, interesting. The 500-pound monster grabbed me in the dark. There's like a little comic with a gorilla and a police officer. I think the gorilla is like in jail. And it's selling batteries. Interesting. Something to do with the flashlight batteries. Talking about another model of an airplane. More models, a gas model of airplanes. Not sure exactly. There's one. There's another one. And the back one. Would you like to play a part in keeping giant airliners in flying trim? guessing that has something to do with donations or signing up for something. But here's the back page ad. Ooh, this one must be a limited edition, or it says pictorial edition. 2 pages, color photos. Big deal. This is November 1942. So the other 2 we went through were 1940s. This one is 1942. And we get to see colored photos in this one. Showing an ad for an aviation school. Okay, I'll kind of go quick through these. See if there's ads for you. Lots of aviation school ads. It'd be cool if like someone that went to this school wanted, or someone whose grandpa went to the school or something, wanted to add. The proof of the pudding. Every day we receive requests from the aviation industry for men we have trained to do specific jobs. They're selling their aviation school again and talking about how successful their men are. Classes start October 26th and November 23rd in 1942. Yeah, we missed that date. Ooh, this is kind of a cool ad, design perspective wise. It's Slugger. Like, that's kind of cool. The way that they designed this ad. Oh wow, look at the color in this, red. The Man Who Saved Britain. It's an article on the Man Who Saved Britain. Okay. Whoa. Torpedoes have just begun to fly. Okay. Talking about the war. We'll go through this pretty quick. Oh, this one's kind of cool. 2-page ad. The ingenuity of American youth can't be licked. Must be some kind of slang for 1942. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. Calling for people to be trained in aviation. Obviously, Uncle Sam. Wow. Some more ads for kits. Weems system of navigation. So some kind of navigation system ad. Again, we were reading Air Trails. I'm kind of waiting for these colored photos they were talking about. I'm not seeing them. Free with offer. 33 power telescope lens kit. Some illustrations. Lots of words on that ad. Oh my gosh, what is that? I'm living proof that Lederman can make you He-Man. The back is Lederman. Oh my gosh, it's a trainer. This is an ad for a personal trainer in 1942. Weird. Okay. Dude, there's more personal trainer ones. It says, we'll let you, oh, wow. Will you let me prove I can make you a new man? And it has this dude right here. Very interesting. Indian motorcycles. Does anyone like those? This is a tiny little ad in here, but right there is Indian motorcycles. Okay, we didn't see any colored photos. Okay, this one kind of looks cool. Let me see what it's about. Serious shortage of engine mechanics. Oh, they're looking for engine mechanics in 1942. Dude, I love the red and blue. This one said it had 2-page color photo, and I feel like I didn't see that. Unless their color photo is a different idea than mine. Maybe it's... No? Did I just miss it? Because these aren't colored photos. These are like black and white. Ah. Unless they just meant like they had color on the page, like the red. Otherwise, I can't find the colored photos in this magazine. It supposedly was so cool. But okay. Bummer. So, we have 2 more. This one's from September 1942. Another pictorial 2-page color spread of Avenger. 12 ships in detailed 3 view. Alright, what does that say? Buy war bonds. Okay, the war's obviously going on. They have an ad right away for, I'm guessing, modeling glue. Modeling glue. Very important. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this one's colored photos are. They're really calling out people to come work on planes because it's during the war. What was that? There's a lot of aviation schools that are in this, or in these magazines. Okay, I'm interested to see this colored photo. High School Air Force. A lot of airplane plans. Talking about learning to fly. I'm not seeing any colored photos again. The bomber to win the war. I feel like maybe they were taken out. Like the colored photos were like kind of like posters to people back then, and they decided they wanted to see them or hang them up somewhere. I'm guessing that's it because there's no colored photos in this one either, and they said it was supposed to have colored photos. Okay, last one. Last one, guys. June 1942. And that's a very historic month. Let's see. Whoa. Red Cross ad. Right on the back. Needs the financial aid of every American. Contribute today through your local chapter. Be as generous as your circumstances permit. Okay, let's see if there's anything interesting in this one. Roosevelt Aviation School. I can't even imagine, like every magazine during this time is literally about World War II or how you can help save, like ration things for World War II or donate money. Crazy times. Okay. model builders, so model planes. Whoa. Bunch of little ads for like engines and plane parts all put into this little pig right here. Don't stop flying. Spark plugs for planes, obviously, and this ad on the side. If any of you guys have some really cool vintage ads, you should find my Instagram account or Facebook Restored by Ali account and show me, because I think vintage ads are so cool. I feel like they have so much more taste than the ads that we have nowadays. Okay, here's the back. Come first again. Comment. So a comment, I'm guessing a Comet model plane, like a little plane that you build. And on the back, again, that blue and red that we had on the previous magazine. To the aviation-minded man, fight with your knowledge, ability, talents, training. Be a key man in our great battle of aircraft production. So it's asking for men to help build airplanes. What do I do for a living? I own my own business. I am a freelance graphic designer and social media manager. And I also restore furniture. Okay, we went through all these magazines. I would have to say, if you're looking for vintage ads, maybe not buy Air Trails, because there wasn't that many like Coca-Cola ads. I found a lot more in Life magazines, like the old, obviously vintage Life magazines. Let's see. I've been following since your Portugal trip. What's going on? Nice fireworks you've got. Or fireplace. Yes. These ones, I don't know where I got these. Obviously, someone picked them up and gave them to me. I'm not remembering where they said they bought them from, but I'm sure it's some kind of like antique mall. Depending on where you go, you can get these pretty cheap or sometimes pretty expensive. Again, I would recommend Life magazines. Why are you alone? You don't have a family? I have a family. But again, for the people listening, I have a show coming up where I'm selling antique furniture, a bunch of different like giant letters to make signs out of. My mom is bringing her handcrafted like crocheted things like blankets and cozies and all of that stuff, and we'll have vintage ads and all that fun stuff for you kind of sift through. And again, it's on May 17th and 18th, and they both start at, well, no, on Saturday, May 17th, it's from 9 to 4, and Sunday, May 18th, it's from 10 to 3 in Stewartville, Minnesota, at the Old River Valley Antique Mall. I have a booth inside the antique mall, as well as I'm going to have a booth outside during the vendor show. So you'll have not only my vendor show stuff to look at, you'll have my booth stuff inside. You're rich having your family close. Yeah, I would say I've learned over the years that people matter way more than money, and so does happiness. Or traveling. Take my glasses off. Okay. Well, I think this is done. Well, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed for more like vintage stuff. We are also coming to an end with the Schaus, which is a shop/house that we're building. Soon we'll have the completed tour, and that can be done, and we'll move on to the next project. But we have like a whole series on it, so I think there's like 16 episodes. Yeah, you too, Paulo. Have a good night. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.